Hi and welcome to my channel. On the 10th of this month, April, DP Review will be no more. Its fate won't be just to be abandoned, shuttered up. It will be deleted. Let's talk about that. Those of you who regularly take a look at this channel will know that I talk an awful lot about analog photography, film cameras. But I am, and have been for quite a few years, a digital photographer too, and I kind of believe in a hybrid approach, which is using digital photography and analog photography in harmony. Now, back in 2002, that wasn't the case. It was indeed in July of 2002 that I read a review that would change my life. That would be of the Nikon D100, and where I read that review was in DP Review. At the time, I was a successful theatre photographer, but the strain of delivering analog prints plus also colour scans for the press was quite considerable, and it was taking up a hell of a lot of my time. I'd been keeping an eye on digital technology, and I was waiting for all the elements to be in alignment. So there was a camera that was cheap enough to be viable on the money I had available and to fit nicely into my workflow. Well, I took the gamble and I forked out, I think, just over £2,000 when I added in a micro drive, and I didn't look back. The D800 was my partner in theatre photography for quite some time. I bought my next Nikon D200, a camera that served me fantastically all through shooting equestrian events. I bought that from a DP Review write-up, and a great camera it was and still is, by the way, if you get a chance to buy one second hand. The cameras that I use at the moment, the Nikon D800 and the Panasonic Lumix G85 that's actually videoing this, they also were picked out from write-ups on DP Review. You're seeing a pattern here. Back when I was about 10 years old, my grandmother started buying me copies of Amateur Photographer Weekly, and I built up a huge stack of them. I mean, really, they took up most of the corner of my bedroom, and they were a fantastic resource for dipping back into for camera reviews and for the questions and answers pages. They had an editorial team that I knew and trusted like friends. They've been going since 1884 and they're still going, and I'll kind of give a shout out if any of the staff of Amateur Photographer are looking at this. I'm very much a fan from back in the day. I've also become a fan of DP Review, equally a trusted set of reviewers and an unbiased and very practical set of reviews for everything. DP Review's parent company, Amazon, have, for their own reasons, which I feel may be corporate ones, decided to pull the plug on DP Review. It appears that DP Review did not fit into their structural plan, which appears to be one of making huge amounts of profit, which DP Review clearly didn't. One can't help that speculate that this whole independence and lack of bias, in fact, lack of ability to push products, or lack of will to push products, is one of the reasons why DP Review is being so brutally expunged from the web. After all, we have no lack of YouTubers who are prepared to join programs with Amazon to push products. So why would they need an independent review site when there are plenty of paid review sites around, if you like to look at it that way? I'm not going to get into the muddied waters of how accurate Amazon's own product descriptions are, or any opinions I might hold about the way Amazon treats their staff, which is a whole nother matter. What I will say is this whole thing makes me a lot less confident about any large corporate entities holding on to information that may be vital. I'm going to quote Andy Westlake here, from Good Old Amateur Photographer. I'll put a link in the description to the full article. As an aside, it's perhaps not too much of a stretch to see that this is a salutary reminder of how unwise it is to trust any service provider, be that Amazon, Apple or Google, to back up your own photos or other data. Of course they'll be there forever, until suddenly they're gone. Of course, I'd like to thank all the current and past staff of DP Review for the efforts they've put in for all of us over the years, and for the difference they've made to my experience of digital photography. And guys, yeah, you made quite a big difference. And I'd like to wish you all the best in whatever you're going to be doing in future, and this is at least one of your long-time fans who will be following wherever you go. So, going forward, there won't be any more links on this channel to products on Amazon. That may be a small and pretty irrelevant protest in the grand scheme of things, but it'll probably make me feel a little bit better in doing it. So, if you've enjoyed this very topic-based episode, perhaps you'll hit the like button. And if you want to see more of this channel and the up-and-coming things, including the continuation of my series on street photography, then perhaps you'll think about subscribing. You can always support the channel further on Patreon, and you can even buy me a cup of coffee, and I love coffee. So, until I see you again, take care and keep taking photographs, digital or analog.